Our pack is scrambling, pulling scrub-woven blankets over the struggling crop, yanking clean clothes from the lines, ushering our 4 goats and lone mule into the stable, and tying down sheets of scrap metal to shield the animals from the worst of the dust. Flint was supposed to bring fresh meat soon, jackrabbit he'd promised, but the trader's not going to make it in this storm. The wind picks up, pushing at my back. Instinctively, I angle my head down, wishing for my goggles. They go everywhere with me and are a prime good pair, real old-world tech. Nothing like the cheap slapdash ones the traders carry that are made of glass and fraying binds. Mine fit true, practically adhering to my face and blocking out all debris. And though the eyepiece can fog like glass, it won't crack or break like the ones the traders peddle. I'm not sure what sort of magic they're carved from. The leather head strap's failing for the first time in all the years I've owned my pair, and I started patching it this morning. Should have waited until sundown and repaired them from my bed mat. It's not worth going anywhere without them during the day. You never know when a storm might hit, and here I am without them, having dropped them on the table half-mended as I raced for the buckets when the wind picked up. Squinting through the dust, I can tell most of our pack has retreated to the safety of their huts. Old Fang is barking orders at his granddaughter Pewter. "Just leave it," he shouts from the mouth of his home. At barely 13, Pewter's no match for the heavy sheet of scrap metal she's trying to use to smother the central bonfire. "The dust'll see to it." True, but there's always a chance the wind will knock embers into a hut first, and then the scrub and straw-packed roof would be ablaze in minutes. Pewter's eyes cut across the camp to me, my buckets. Water would kill the flames instantly, but it's too precious to waste. I give her a curt nod, telling her I agree with Old Fang. She leaves the scrap metal flopped over the bonfire and runs for her grandfather. I watch her long braid duck past him, and then he's inside too, lowering the blanket across the hut's doorway and cinching it tight. "Delta?" Ma is waiting in the mouth of the place we call home, waving her arms feverishly. Water sloshes down my side as the strengthening wind batters my frame and rubble pelts my back. I'm nearly to the hut when a crack of lightning strikes the scrap metal Pewter had been struggling with. Sparks fly. I flinch with shock, lose my footing. My knees hit earth, and I reach out instinctively to stop my fall. That's all it takes. With the weight of the buckets off kilter, one of them plummets and hits the ground. I lose the other trying to save the first. The greedy soil soaks up the water. "No!" My hands fly over the damp dirt, patting, slapping, as if I can will the water back into the bucket. "Delta!" my mother yells again. I scramble to my feet, grab the empty buckets, and stagger the last few strides to our hut. Ma grabs my arm and hauls me inside. "Right foolish of you," she scolds. "What good would water do when we can't even boil it under the hold? The lake's cleanish. Some water sounded better than none. We've got plenty of purified water stored. Last I checked, we had 4 jars. It's enough. Not if the storm lasts more than a day, and with Indy being pregnant, I Delta!" There's a crease in her brow, an edge of fire in her tone. I suck my bottom lip to keep myself from saying any more, and I taste dirt. "Just get under with your sister." I leave her to securing the door and head into the cellar, which isn't much more than a crawl space. We'll spend the next few hours, maybe even days, hunched to half height beneath the hut. Old sheets pinned overhead to keep rubble and dust from falling on us. Only thing this cellar is good for is storage and sleeping. It's cool this far into the earth. I especially don't mind it on summer evenings. But being stuck down here when you're not sure when you can go back up is a kind of torture. At the bottom of the wooden steps, I find Indy reclining on her mat, the curve of her belly heaving as she breathes. "Thanks for trying with the water," she says. "It was kind of you." "It was foolish," Ma repeats, coming down the steps behind me and yanking the door shut. The cellar is swallowed in darkness until Indy gets a candle going with the flint. Overhead, the storm front crashes into the hut with a howl. Dust filters through the door, and pebbles gather in the hanging ceiling sheets with soft